If you weren't doing this, what career would you want to do?
I don't know, maybe fireman? Like, give me some action, okay? Silvio Daniele, General Manager of Cosmo Pony, Jakarta. It should be around 2012 when I started. I think that, like, we were trying to just make an extra buck for the weekend, working in some clubs, shaking, like, Long Islands, Midori Sour, all that kind of stuff. You start traveling, you start meeting people, and you make a career out of it. I used to work in London, and I was lucky enough to be in a good place where to grow. It was called the Blind Pig. I was looking at the winners of Tales of the Cocktails, and a bar from Singapore won the award for the best bar team, 28 Hong Kong Street. So I was like, okay, where is Singapore, by the way? And I mean, you end up, like, noticing this very small island in Southeast Asia, happening to have a bunch of really interesting bars. Of course, at the time was Jigger and Pony, 28 Hong Kong Street, Operation Dagger, Nutmeg and Clove. And I'm like, hey, what's going on over there? So I left London with luggage and very little amount of money, thinking that I'll be going there traveling for a couple of months, and I left 8 years later. I work in a few cities around the world, did a few internships in Japan, between Tokyo and Nara, of course Jakarta. We take bartending extremely seriously, but I mean, we are not so much serious in delivering it, you know what I mean? It's vibrant, the energy for sure. People, they are on their path for a good career, but at the same time playful. It feels like it's their first day as a guest, as a bartender. I like to make shaken drinks in general, few ingredients based and shaken. A gimlet, a daiquiri. I think that's where you measure the skill of the bartender. I promise you, I don't hate making any cocktails. I think it's up to how a request gets done. I mean, you can be very annoying and asking a gin tonic. Don't ask for, like, an uncomfortable request. I mean, eventually you're gonna put it in your mouth, so I mean, you want that to be the best, right? So opening a bar in Napoli will be absolutely amazing. I'm from South Italy. How much your mom wants you to stay with her the whole life, and perhaps, like, being away from my family was the biggest challenge. At the same time, I took that as a motivation for me to settle down back home, to build a bartending culture where I'm from.